Welcome to the Pixelberry Choices podcast, and today we're going to be talking about or previewing the newest Choices book that's going to drop in Choices Library next 26th November, next Friday or Saturday, depending on your time zones, and it's called Surender. And by the name, you can probably guess it's an erotica in Choices, and Choices do claim that this is the first and the sexiest book in Choices is going to be. But I would say there is the nanny affair, which is sort of close to what you call erotica, but they call it even, more than that. It's going to be sexier than that. Perhaps the sexiest book in Choices. So we'll see what they mean by that, because if you talk about that genre, erotica, I would say the nanny affair is pretty close in that genre. Queen Bee is not that close, but it's still a lot of mature content, so it's sexy genre. It's not a genre, but in that tagline it would go. So without further ado, let's jump right into the fray. The Surrender, Book 1, Chapter 1, and Introduction, 17 plus. When you catch your ex with a dominatrix, you're shocked and intrigued. You start to explore BDSM yourself, but can you surrender to your desires? So you see how it just tells us about the BDSM. So basically, we're probably going to explore our sexuality and like how we can pleasure ourselves, and probably we will think that this is not wrong or this is not the thing we would be willing to do, and we have desires perhaps for a long time, but we have not submitted to those desires. But maybe someone is going to do the trick. Maybe our ex didn't do the trick, but someone is going to walk into our life who's going to do the trick and who will make us surrender in front of all those desires, forbidden desires, darkest, deepest intimacy, or web passions, burning passions, desires. We'll see how this goes. Then they say, two sides to every story. You've always been the type to put business before pleasure, but your new client has you thinking of nothing else. So, we have always put business ahead of pleasure. So we are more like a workaholic, and we prefer, we really prioritize our work. But there's going to be someone who is going to get us out of that state, or who is going to change our mind about that. And now, two sides of to every story. If you didn't know before, this is the first book in Choices also for a long time. Here you're going to play from your love interest point of view too. So I wonder if the second chapter is a chapter where we're going to play from our love interest POV, and we're going to see some stuff. So you will play from your main character's point of view and also from your love interest point of view. So two characters' point of view will be there. And it's tagged as sexy, billionaire, BDSM, 17 plus mature. So that's about the newest erotica book in Choices. We'll see how it goes. It's probably going to be a lot of desires and how we it gets ignited and then it gets put off, we go back and forth with that. And there's going to be a lot of mature contents, so it's probably not for all readers, but if you read it, we will see how it goes. And for VIP folks, it's releasing this 26th of November, and for non-VIPs, they would have to wait a bit longer. But that's about Surender. We will see how this goes, what reactions it receives, and we also have to see if this is really the first BDSM erotica, quote unquote. Choices are doing this for the first time. Though I have said earlier that I think the nanny affair counts as that erotica too, but I have seen some eroticas in other app stores, and they are quite good in some places, but also they go downhill and become about sexual abuse and stuff. I'm pretty much sure Choices will choose a different path because they have a unique way and kind of hilarious also when it comes to how they get into some scenes or how they deal with certain situations. So we'll have to see what representation they have, how they're going to, you know, handle this topic, how uniquely, because erotica, there are lots of BDSM books in other app stores, but what will, so to speak, set this apart from others, or what will make it a normal book? There's a lot at stake. Let's see how Charles have planned it out for us. And let me know in the comments below about your theories of the book or the predictions you have for first two chapters or for the book. And I have a video out for the love interest too. You can watch that video clicking on the I button. And I'll see you in the next video. Till then, peace out.